makes sense.
And a lot of these guys had been captured in Africa under Rommel, so they came here and they were already acclimated to the south.
You're right.
So a lot of the guys were fine with going to Texas.
Yep, they have no problem with the weather or anything like that.
Yeah, so a lot of the guys who came here were like, Ohio, this is pretty nice.
Right,
here.
yeah, hey, this is, it's not 4 million degrees all the time.
Yeah, like there were small German camps all across Ohio, but they were, I think, in the 48 states at the time, I think there were prisoner of war camps in 43 of them.
Wow. Yeah.
They were all over the place. Most of them were not on the East Coast.
Right.
Everywhere else, though, even up in the north, along the Canadian border, there were logging camps.
Okay,
where they were just going up there and logging.
Wow, man.
So there were German prisoners of war all over the place, and Italians.
Yeah, everywhere.
A lot of the Italians actually got released later in the war after Italy switched sides, and the Italian became laborers for the U.S. Army.
Okay,
so they did not have to wear PW anymore.
Right. They just got their uniforms.
They just got U.S. Army uniforms with a small patch over the pocket just said Italy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And they were not guarded at all.
Right.
They weren't given guns, but they were just completely free to do whatever they wanted.
Right.
So they worked for the U.S. Army.
So they were just contractors.
Yes, more or less. They were like military contractors.
Very cool.
Who worked for the U.S. Army.
Very cool. So this camp was predominantly German.
This camp was entirely German.
Exclusively.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Camp Perry in Port Clinton, which is where these guys came from,
right,
originally was Italians.
Okay.
But after Italy switched sides in 1943, the Italians were all released from Camp Perry, and they went to the Erie Ordnance Works.
That makes sense.
And all the Germans all got moved into Camp Perry in June of 1944.
Right.
And then those Germans were broken off, some of them, and then came here.
I see. Okay.
So in Amherst, locally, in Lorain County, it was all Germans.
Wow. Very cool.
Nice.
What do you think?
It's pretty awesome.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I got a phone call right in the middle, and it just screwed everything up.
Yeah, naturally.
So I don't know.
That's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of history.
Tons.
Like those little metal sheets over the windows. Those are originally on all the windows. That actually prevents the windows being opened all the way.
That makes sense.
But again, these guys weren't going to escape.
And where would they go, and what would they do if they did anyway? You know.
And again, most of the guys who did escape were just doing it locally. They weren't leaving the U.S. They were going out and starting new lives.
Right. Yeah. Just here. Well, and that's it. At that time, in that time, it was a little bit easier to go.
Oh yeah. The other guys were like
here.
They're like,
you
yeah, I'm gonna get a Social Security card.
Right.
They're like, oh, are you a U.S. citizen?
Yeah.
All right, here's everything.
Yeah. All this.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, everybody. I got a phone call, and I guess I answered or declined it wrong, and it just screwed up the live stream. So, live and learn, I guess. So we are in Amherst, Ohio, at the Sandstone Village. This weekend, the Amherst Historical Society, I say this weekend, it's today and tomorrow, Friday and Saturday. The Amherst Historical Society is putting on an event called a Taste of History, or Taste of History. And so we are right now in a barracks, a POW barracks that was actually used during the Second World War. This is the real building right here that was used to house German POWs in the United States during World War II. And, you know, if you want to take a look for yourself, you can go ahead and hit that, and it'll tell you all about what this place was like for the German POWs. We were being told by a reenactor in there that these POWs were treated extremely well. Coca-Cola, ice cream, actually got paid to work, and yeah, they don't look mistreated, that's for sure. But these were German POWs in the United States, and he's telling us that there were 400,000 German POWs in the United States. So yeah, this is a pretty cool little place that they have here. We're going to go out here in a minute. Let me turn you around. We're going to go out in a minute into where the rest of the reenactors are. We're going to take a look at Little John eating some food, some period food.
The first batches of prisoners came to the U.S., the U.S. made them remove their insignia.
Oh,
and it caused
okay.
a lot of resentment between the Germans. So they were getting rowdy and stuff.
Sure.
So the Americans like, stop, let them keep their insignia,
Sure,
let
yeah.
them stay happy.
Yeah.
And a lot of Germans went back and later they remade their insignia.
And just-
This is hand done with like a needle and thread.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So that was guys remaking their insignia.
Gotcha, that makes sense.
And guys were really, really good. Like they're like, even though we're prisoners of war, we're still proud.
We're still Germans.
We're still
right?
Germans.
Right.
So you can still see guys who would have vestiges of their uniforms still remain.
That makes sense.
So, any idea as to why the German POWs were treated as well as they were?
There's several reasons. First was the big one was the Geneva War Convention of 1923 regarding prisoners, which was said that prisoners should be fed, paid, and treated equally as much as the enemy combatant soldiers were. But the second one is the Germans had our prisoners, and our idea was if we treat our prisoners well, that is incentive for the Germans to treat our prisoners well. So if we start abusing our prisoners, the Germans might start abusing ours.
Right.
And that was more or less the idea was insurance, more or less. I think that's a bad way of saying it, but and also we wanted to make these guys say, "Hey, America's not that
so bad." Right.
Like teaching, like there are prisoners who got degrees in classes. They could go to school while they were here in camps
Unbelievable.
and get degrees, and they went back smarter, more well-educated, more well-fed, and better men than they were when they came.
Right.
And that was also not just for men to be smart, to let them go back so they could rebuild Germany in a better way.
Right.
So they left as better people, smarter people, and they went back and said, you know what, the U.S. isn't that bad. We've been told a lot of bad things about them, but... And German veteran memoirs of books you can read about guys who were here in the U.S. talk very, very, very favorably about it. They loved their time while they were here. They talk about it very happily. They're like, yeah, everyone was pretty much fine. Like, we had a great time here. The work may have been hard sometimes, but they were fair.
Right.
And we got back and stayed in one piece, and we didn't go to Siberia.
Right, yes. So, and there it is, too.
Yeah.
The opposite is that the Soviet Union could have grabbed you up and
A lot.
Stalin would have sent you to a death camp.
Yeah, you would have
in
been
the
like,
East.
and I'd rather not be working up. Actually, one of the gentlemen out there, his great uncle was captured by the Soviets and was, I think, held until 1949 in the
Oh.
Gulag. And,
Whoa.
and they didn't release him back to Germany. They opened the gate and said, "You're free to go."
Yeah. By
So
the
he-
way,
he
you're
had
in
to-
Siberia. Have
He
a
had
great
to
time.
get back to Germany on his own.
Oh.
So he had to walk, hitchhike, hop on the back of freight trains with no maps. Nobody spoke the language. He was given no money, no food. Just had to get from Siberia back to Germany.
That is unreal.
Wow.
That sounds like an insurmountable task.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
All right. Well, we're gonna go try some food.
Plenty of good food out there.
Yeah.
Plenty
Yeah.
of good time periods.
Yeah.
Go out there and try it out.
We'll do.
What's your name?
Joseph Kreutz.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
John Joseph.
Nice to meet you, Joseph.
Nice.
Great job.
Thank you for taking the
Thank
time.
you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
No
I'm
problem.
glad you like it. Go out and get some nice food.
We'll do.
Over here this way, right? Yeah.
All right. Where are we going? Let's go this way. Yeah, got a phone call right in front of it.
Wonderful.
And I should have probably just let it keep going,
Yeah.
but I hit the X and it destroyed the live stream.
Killed anything? Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give you some money.
What are we doing?
Here, hold this.
We'll hold
Say
this.
hi to everybody in the world.
It's starting to pick up a little bit too. A couple more people showing up. Ate better than the old. Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay.
They definitely ate better. Well, it sounds like they were treated more than reasonable. So, definitely. Nice music. Yep, for sure. For sure. There will be plenty of that as we go around, I'm sure.
This is for you.
All right.
Because you need to give a donation when you get some food.
This is true.
Yeah. And I don't know if anybody can break a 20. That's all I got
That's
left.
a fair question.
Make Johnny dance. I'm not going to make him dance.
Maybe dance.
But I am
I'll
going to make him
dance.
try some food. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Is that line? All right. Well, we have one person. Yeah. We're supposed to go get her a hamburger.
So I can eat the pickles.
Come on. That's, yeah.
There you go. I can bully you into holding stuff I don't.
How's it going, guys?
Real good. You guys want any soup?
What do you got? What are you serving?
So we got pea soup here. We got potatoes in it and some bacon bits.
Pea soup with potatoes and bacon bits. All right, very good. Very good. You gonna try some pea soup there, bud?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Get myself situated first. So I got 2 hands.
That's a good idea.
Go back to my room.
And is this a normal field kitchen for the era?
Sure is.
Is it really?
1939 German field kitchen.
No kidding.
It is the small version. There are ones like it that are much larger to serve much larger troops. Well, the troops are the same size. The numbers are the dimensions.
You mean not troops like me? Okay. Get out of your way.
You got a coffee kettle here, a fryer, and this is your main soup kettle.
And did these follow the troops in the field?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Did they really?
The German army was, except for special combat conditions, you're guaranteed 1 hot meal a day.
Really?
So, and it would come from the field kitchen.
That's awesome. You know, I've never even hazarded to think about exactly how they got fed when they were in the field.
They actually would if they couldn't come to the field kitchen, they would fill these up, and these would get carried to the front line on your back,
Oh, no kidding.
and then dished out.
Dish it out and then run back and get some more if you
Yeah.
needed it, right?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So,
Let's go visit the restaurant.
It's good.
pea soup.
It's good.
Yeah? Nice. Nice. Let me step back and get a better view of this. This is a German field kitchen that was used in World War II. That's awesome. 1939 is
It still serves food today?
it still
Yeah.
serves food today. Wow, that's
Just for
great.
better people.
Yeah. Where are you guys from?
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay, very
North
good.
side.
Very good. Excellent. Well, thanks for doing this. Love seeing
Thanks for
history come to
coming.
life. It's awesome.
Hey, thanks for coming. Seriously,
no
it wouldn't
problem.
be anything without you guys.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it's
it'd just be a
great.
bunch of weirdos hanging out in cool uniforms.
Well, let me know when that happens. I'll join you.
I'll come. Yeah.
We'll see you later.
Take it easy.
You too.
All right. So, this is your first pea soup ever.
Is it? Probably.
Yeah?
I imagine it is.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's just, it's got potatoes, it's got bacon.
Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's simple. You know.
Yeah.
And that's kind of. If you eat this, you'll go. It's good,
Yeah?
and you know that it will sustain you. Maybe not for the entire day, but you know. Well, maybe not for me, but I'm not a small person either.
Right. Carbs and a bit of protein. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right,
Right.
Andy. So, right here, how much you want to bet that's his field kitchen? Yeah?
I would imagine you're correct.
Yep, probably. For those of you who have watched our channel before, you probably have seen this before. We did a video on the Great Amherst train wreck. It happened at 1916, and we did some of the scenes from inside the caboose, and actually back here on the berm is where the actual train track is. So I'm going to turn you around and talk at you a second here. So the train wreck happened right up here, and it was 3 trains involved. And something that I didn't tell you is that this area that we are looking at here, this area where Sandstone Village is, this is where they offloaded all of the trains from the tracks. It was right here.
Okay.
And did with them what they needed to do with them. But yeah, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. My name's John. This is my son John. We're Curious History, and we are in Amherst, Ohio, at the Sandstone Village. There's a live reenactment going on today and tomorrow. It's almost over for today. Ends at 5 o'clock, so make sure you come out tomorrow between 9 and 5. You have to park at Amherst Junior High School, and then they shuttle you back and forth in school buses. It's totally free to come. It's totally free to park. And the food is donations. So, and I hear a vehicle coming behind us. So, here's history. What? Yeah, hate it. Can't see anything. You guys need to come down to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Tons of history there. Yeah, we know.
Yeah. Randy.
Yeah.
Randy decided he wants us to go see.
Yeah.
What
So
was it? Nashville.
Nashville, the
Was it-
Nashville
was it something
train.
about trains?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. We would love to, and God willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll make it down there. That's for sure. But thank you for that. We'll be happy to. So let's show you a little bit more reenactors coming our way. They look fantastic, don't they? Love it. Absolutely fantastic. And we'll do a little bit more walking around and see what there is to see. Chattanooga is only a couple hours south of Nashville. Very good. Well, when we do make it there, we will make it down to Chattanooga.
A trip to Tennessee for us would be going to many places.
Yep.
Over the course of several weeks.
Yep. So back to what this is. It's called Taste of History. And what they do is they prepare meals based upon the era of whatever war that they're representing. So I can see kind of in front of us American Revolutionary War. That's and they've got a whole walkthrough kind of thing. So we're going to walk you through that and see if they have any food for John to eat there too. Because I already ate today, and I woke him up, and he didn't have a chance to do anything. So again, you park at Amherst Junior High School. You take a shuttle bus over. It's free to park. It's free to get on the shuttle bus. It's free to enter. It's free to walk around and talk to all the reenactors. Living history is where it's at, folks. If you've never been to a place that has living history, you have to do something like this. And then as far as the servings of food, it's a donation. Whatever you can donate to have a serving of the food representative of the era of which that war was fought. That's what you give. And then when you're done tasting everything, you go up to the very front of Amherst Village and you vote on which you thought was the best. And I guess they give out awards or prizes or something like that to whoever wins. So let's head over to the Revolutionary War and see what that's all about.
It's a big bird.
Big Bird. Hope you're hungry.
Usually.
So we're entering the American Revolutionary War, fought between 1775 and 1783. Okay. Not sure it was that long. Maybe it was that long. That was a long war if it was.
It's all the time.
Yeah, I don't think it was that long, but maybe it was. What do I know? I only have a history channel. So let's head on in. 13th Virginia Revolutionary War Field Kitchen. Oh, look at that. Look at the oven.
Oh, so that's salt. And so what is so the salt?
Wow.
Okay.
Anytime you can do it with fish, you can do it with
Somebody wants some bread.
pork, anytime of meat. So what I did with that, mine's actually an
That's
18th
awesome.
century British Navy recipe. So basically what I do is I create a brine. The
Wow.
brine has, it has
How long does that sit there before you put it in?
sugar.
I gotta watch it. I gotta see. Okay, I'm waiting for you. I gotta see how many we get in the oven, bud.
Antibacterial thing.
Can we get them all?
Basically more like
We're gonna bake some bread.
This would be a 90-pound fire. Then.
So here we go. What they did though is that they would
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95 pounds. 95 pounds of bread. What can we fit in there?
I think.
Okay, let's do it. You want to help me?
We're gonna start putting the bread in. It's our big moment. Dad's been waiting weeks.
Oh, yeah, she's really trippy.
I never had a problem with it. So yeah, it's an interesting thought. I mean, I don't know what the ratio would be to cost.
Here's a link called peel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is brown sugar. I don't know if that's a difference. I don't know. Might be more density. It's also a little voice maybe. But yeah, so basically I so you call.
Got it? So you're gonna do 3 of them.
Megan, let me know if we're still live.
You do 3 of them?
I've done it where you beat it Friday, Saturday, and
Ready?
Sunday. Yeah.
Okay, because we're like, once we open the store, man, we're in.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
Whoa! That's hot.
Oh, the big one.
Megan, give me a comment. Let me know we're still live, please.
Yeah, right, exactly. To an extent, yeah. Yep. So
All
what
the
you
way back.
normally have
Thank
to
you.
Keep going that way, that way, that way, that way, that way,
Yeah,
that way,
exactly.
that way. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Sort of like a
Okay, now,
tic-tac-toe
take
board,
your,
right?
take your, okay, got it. Okay, another one.
Good Julian, buddy. You're like a pro.
Let's do another one. Okay, come right next to it, and then back straight forward. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
coming into the new world.
Keep going. Oh yeah, you got it, you got it, you got it. Okay, here we go. Ready? Another one.
Shannon, I know they'd love to have you. Thanks for watching, by the way.
Yep. You're in. Okay. Okay, you got 3. Who's next? You're in.
James, come on, Jamie, ready?
Okay. Here.
They were going as far up as into like
Teaching the kids living history is awesome, right?
This is why we spend
Perfect.
the hours putting the event together. And these kids get the best because tomorrow's going to be so packed. These experiences don't get to happen.
That's why we came today. We wanted to get you guys live on YouTube and kind of like promote. We know you're all.
This one, you get 3.
But yeah, this is. I love this place.
The displays here are top notch.
Yeah, they are. And the people.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect. Perfect. Right, you got it, lady?
Yeah.
Okay, come over here. Go over a little more to the side.
Over,
Yeah,
right. Take a
there.
breath.
Right there. Okay, you got it. Okay, you ready? I want you to go to this side over here. Yep. You got it. Okay, one more.
I don't think we're gonna make it, Tim. I was hoping for the hundo. I don't think we're gonna do it.
What's that?
Don't. No, we got it, bro.
What's that?
You're trying to get 100 pounds in one fire.
Okay, who's next? You next?
Hey, did you
grab it.
find anything about that sugar? Because like I said, I can go get it. Do you know where I can find some? You know, like markets around here. I mean, like I said, I don't expect you guys to. I'll go
I'm
get
down
it.
to
I'm trying to get them to go.
Good. Push it. Okay, just push
Yeah, I
it.
told him to calm a little bit.
Right. Good. Okay, go like this. Go like this.
Ask him how long it took to cook.
Harder. Go like, yeah. There you go. Okay. We want to do another one on the left side. Okay. So when you go over here.
Yes, it is. It's a really hot fire.
What are they going to do with all that bread? Well,
Who's next?
hopefully feed the masses. Yeah. This is really awesome.
This is awesome.
Okay, I'll go over there. Yeah, I'll go over there.
Look, just like this.
Curious History, Megan. I just noticed that there are donations, and I totally missed it. Can you please make sure that the people who donated know, for me personally, how grateful I am for that? It's very, very awesome. I can't even see my screen. It's so bad out here.
We're putting 100 pounds in this oven, Joe, if you like it or not. Okay, all right. Whoa.
Now you're putting 95 pounds in the oven. Oh, okay.
Come on.
It lives.
That's it.
Right here.
What you did
Right.
last
And we got one more. One more.
We could do it if we wanted to.
How many last year? Last year was
Not even 20.
No, last year this other one was like this big.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
Look at that, ladies.
95
Gentlemen.
pounds of bread.
Nice job.
95 pounds of bread.
On the wall.
Now, grab,
Well done, Mr. Boat.
let's grab some clay.
Oh,
Right?
that's awesome.
So over here.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Gosh, all right, I'm gonna go
All
grab
right, you want to kind of make our way down?
Eric,
Want to get dirty? Take a little bit of that.
95 pounds, we could have got the 100.
There's the bread oven right now.
Gee whiz. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. I mean, look how you're dressed. You know,
Right.
T-shirt, hat,
Yeah.
T-shirt, jeans, tennis shoes, and I can't even imagine.
I had to go there and cool off, dude. I was about ready to.
So, how warm are you?
I am
wearing?
warmer than warm.
Yeah, I bet you are.
So it is warm without being close to a fire. Now you probably elevate about another 25, 30 degrees when
Sure.
you're right where I'm at. So yeah, it's hot.
So
I
is
cook
it-
a lot,
is it
so
all
I'm used to
wool?
this. Actually, this is more linen today. So we have this is a linen shirt, a wool waistcoat, a vest. That's the only thing I'm wearing, wool, and then this is hemp trousers.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Cool.
linen basically as well.
Sure,
so,
yeah.
So I've got wool socks on, so I have to have some wool on my feet.
Oh, love
But
the
you know, wool
buckles.
actually isn't that bad. I mean, it's actually breathes really well. Sure. You don't want the real thick stuff. I mean, those socks are actually really light wool socks.
Yeah, I
and
got
they're pretty
you.
nice. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's mostly just the heat that's doing it.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
got
Yeah,
it. I
so-
got it. You got it. And what are you making?
We're making succotash today. So
Succotash?
Yeah, so succotash is basically a Native American dish that would have been very common on the western frontier.
Okay.
We're the 13th Virginia, so we were a frontier regiment.
Sure.
We were stationed at Fort Pitt, along with the 8th Pennsylvania, and we were actually also called the West Augusta County Regiment as well.
Okay.
So we were kind of Augusta County kind of went from West Virginia all the way. We even claimed Pittsburgh for a while. It was a part of Virginia
Yeah.
back then. But anyways, very hardy frontiersmen, so they were very used to Native American culture. Sure. The 13th Virginia, along with the 8th Pennsylvania, went north up the Allegheny in 1779 in August and September. Washington basically wanted to knock out all the Seneca villages up there that were raiding. The Senecas were the most aggressive of the Iroquois nations at that time,
Yeah.
the 5 nations. And so they went up and knocked out the villages up there. Almost hit about 15 of them. Most of them had already left by the time they got there. They knew they were coming. But they hit them in August and September for a reason, is that Washington knew from the French and Indian War all the way through Dunmore's War that the best time to hit the Native Americans was to hit them when they had their crops ready to be harvested. Sure. Because you knock them out of there, now they have no food. Right. Okay, because they were an agrarian culture, right? So you knock them all out of the villages. Most of them had left before they even got there, like I mentioned. So when they're there, we know we have accounts of guys talking about they ate succotash till they literally were sick of succotash because they were eating so much fresh vegetables. But that's what they normally had, is that's their rationings down there. Sure. So you had that to go with, or you could go with fresh vegetables. So they chose the Native American way. So the 3 sisters, as you know, is corn, squash, and beans. They kind of intertwined and grew together. At the very end, they would put in maple sugar. So we're going to do maple sugar at the end.
Wow.
And then they also would put a meat in there, a venison, bear meat, bear fat sometimes. They wanted nutrition, calories, and so forth. You would find a pot of succotash anywhere from Canada all the way down to Georgia, all the way to Mississippi, anywhere in the woodland cultures in that time period. They would do it in the summer, they would do it in the wintertime. Wintertime they would have corn would become hominy, squash would become dried, the beans they would peel, get the seeds out, dry those. They looked almost like cranberry beans, like those, like the dried cranberry beans. That's what they would look like. But they would have succotash year round, always on their hearth going, and it was a very nutritious way for them to eat. So, so that's why we're incorporating it. What we're doing today is that we know they had it. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome.
and this is almost ready. In fact, I think it is. So we're going to take this off and let it cool down a little bit. That means I don't have to stand by the fire anymore.
There you go. Awesome.
Let that sit there, and then we'll be eating in about 10 minutes.
I'd
If
say
you want
I'll
to come back
probably
and
be back
sample.
around.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Will do.
absolutely.
Thank you very
Love
much.
to have you guys. You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Love, one of the reasons we like this event, there's so much interpretation going on. Of
course.
We love when people are interested, right?
Yeah,
So, I mean, you go to a lot of places and, people walk by and like, I'm afraid to talk to them,
Yeah.
and so this has been wonderful. This year and last year, how many people are interested. So
Yeah.
that means a lot to us because we want to share.
Absolutely.
There's a reason why we do this,
Yes.
It's not just because I
How
hate
long
golf,
have you been
It's
doing?
like-
How long? Ooh, are we still live? How is that even possible?
Got a real
Wow.
weird glow to it.
So, for those of you who have stuck with us this whole time, thanks. We are back. Yes. We're going to try and stay back. We got to stay in the shade. My phone overheated. So So let me show you where we're at now. By the way, I love your Uncle the best.
Oh yeah.
He's an amazing person.
Oh yeah.
So what are we making?
I'll try a coat hanger out of this stainless material.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that does not move very well.
Look at that thing.
Hard to move.
Talk about beating the crud out of something.
Man, it cools quick too.
Look at that.
Wow.
I'm not gonna push my luck.
No, that thing cooled off. Wait, you can watch it.
So when it keeps cooling like that, if you were to keep hitting it, would you break it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just explode, right?
For carbon steel,
Yeah.
the way I hit that, I'd have been done.
It
That
squished
stuff,
itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been down to where I wanted it. But this is hard to work. Hard
It's
to
stainless.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Some stainless scrap he had.
That he wish he'd never picked up.
Yeah.
move. My hands cramping already.
I bet.
So my deal is, I'm trying to get consistency.
Right.
I want them to look the same. Obviously, they don't.
So,
So
any kind of form on that, or are you just doing that?
No, just doing it.
You're just doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you can see that real good smiths, they can
Yeah.
make things look like a machine did it.
No kidding. I mean, yeah, you can see differences, but they all look relatively the same too.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome. And how long does it take to make one?
You would.
Oh, this material not very long at all.
Oh yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
A little bit of a difference.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
This-
a little
same
character,
basic shape, same basic size.
but character between
Yeah.
them. You know.
Yeah, so you know it was handmade,
Right.
not machine done.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, somebody in here did some real nice work.
Yeah.
There's this. Grab this. I like the work this guy did on this. He did the finish
yeah,
work
man.
Yeah.
and the bends. He did beautiful bends.
That's great.
That's nice.
Twist them
Yep.
Yeah.
opposite ways.
Yep. And then I don't know. It kind of looks like a wizard or something.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Face.
is it a face?
I
It
think
is.
so.
Yeah.
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 I don't know who did it, but very nice. Tried to clean up in here a little bit and just keep some of the nice
Put the
Yeah.
good stuff together.
demonstration pieces. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah.
That.
With this. Interesting. So now that you've put it back in, how long will it take to get warm again?
Well, thinner it gets quicker.
Yeah.
Then it cools quicker too.
Right.
Let me see.
Also don't want to go the other way. If you get it too hot, then
Right.
it messes up the metal itself.
Right. You can tarnish it. Take it apart. Oh,
Good
yeah.
grief.
God, it just cooled off so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, you can just watch.
And now it's going the opposite way. 'Cause the thinner side's starting to, like you said.
I'm getting tired.
I bet. I bet, man. I
I
know
don't know how these guys did this
all day. Yeah.
And like, or these guys that just did one thing, like nails all day.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah, well, that's one. First starter, you got to do 2,000 nails
Right.
before they'll let you even
Think about
start
something else,
doing
right?
something
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
He sounds like a pro.
I would say so. I would say so.
Civil War reenactor.
Yeah.
That's why I'd love to learn blacksmithing, but just never got around to it.
They have classes up here that you can come in and hit some hot metal.
There you go.
Yeah, just call up to Elizabeth there and at the Historical Society. They put together classes.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Nice.
I don't know if I can handle it anymore, but
Well, you would.
Just don't work with stainless.
Yeah,
well, even
no.
that, I installed flooring for 37 years.
That's all hard work.
Shoulders are shot, hips are shot, knees are shot, carpal tunnel in both hands.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
If I was a horse, I was an Alpo be bidding on me.
Great. Oh, man.
So when it starts to get this color, you can still do a little planishing. But
Sure.
I don't want to hit it hard.
Good hit, 'cause that'll shatter.
Just straighten it out.
Can you talk a little bit about the different sides of the hammer? Is there an application for one side or the other?
There are all sorts of different hammers. This one's a straight peen on the back versus cross peen. Goes the other way. The peen then just helps you move metal quicker. So you can use the horn to move metal quicker too because of the curvature. If you want to move stuff really quick, you put it over the edge and use the peen.
Okay.
And you really thin it out through.
Makes sense.
A lot of these are just tools like top tools for, you'd have a helper. You would hold the top tool and they would hit it.
I see. Yeah.
And actually I was doing that to make a pattern. Make these crosses and then I'll do a wood pattern on the surface.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So to free up a hand, they use this hold down. Since I don't have anybody to help today.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can use the top tool myself and the hammer.
Nice. Yeah.
So is one anvil as good as the other, or are there differences in the anvils as well?
Yeah, every anvil's a little different. I'm actually a metallurgical engineer, so when I went to go find an anvil, you would not believe the cost.
Oh, yeah, I imagine.
And people think just because they're old that they're invaluable. They're junk, pieces of junk. Like I take a ball bearing with me because I know the hardness, if it's good, will make the ball bearing rebound. Some of these I would drop a ball bearing, it would just like it was hitting the ground, dead soft. And they were trying to sell them for like thousands of dollars. So these ones are pretty good. I don't know a lot about the history. I know back in the day they used to weld on, like they cast the base and then they weld on a hardened plate on the top. These ones look all wrought, I think, but they don't have any markings on them, so I really don't know the history. I think it's a pretty standard size.
Yeah. Pretty standard heavy too.
Well, yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever moved a big anvil before.
No, I've never done that. No.
They're yeah.
So tell me about the time you moved a big anvil.
Heavy.
That's all you got to say. Heavy.
Looks like there's a little notch here. Or there might be a plate here.
On top, yeah. Like
Yeah.
I said.
Oh. This doesn't have any markings either.
Did you hear what he called it? What did he call
It's an Acme anvil.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Right on.
Awesome.
How's it feel? Is it cool though? Is it
I don't know.
alive? Is
We
it
stayed
okay?
on live.
Guys,
Feels alive.
you want to come in and work the bellow? Yeah? Come in.
Oh, this is awesome. This is what Living History is all about.
Yes. Yep.
Get the kids involved?
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
100%. Let's give them an experience that they won't forget.
Right.
Okay, so it's like a big accordion. It's called a bellows. And when you pull this, watch it move. It pushes all the air through this pipe and underneath into the fire. It makes the fire grow. Okay? So you want to try it? Just come on up here.
How do we feel about kids on the live stream?
Okay? Got it?
Good grief.
Turn around and look at the fire. See what happens when you pull.
That's awesome. All right.
Think you can do that all day? Keep going.
I don't want to get kids on the live stream too much.
Sure.
Yeah. So. Okay. See what there else there is for us to see around here. I saw Brian.
I
not too
ran
far
into
ago.
Brian. Yeah,
Did
he
you?
walked by real quick.
Wonder where he went. I'd like to say hi to him.
He went that direction.
Oh,
This
maybe
is
he was over here.
over here, the one with all of our punk rock paraphernalia on it. Kind of.
Oh,
As
okay.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
that makes sense for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So, thanks for sticking with us, guys, on the live stream. Sorry there have been so many technical difficulties. It's just what it is in the world.
That's how we go.
Everything for us. Today has been that day.
Yeah.
Today has been that day. I knew it was going to be that day when I went to try and get gas. So, I went to find some equipment that I had, and I knew where it was, and it wasn't there. So that's how it is. We're going to see if we can say hello to Brian, and then we're probably going to end the stream. But thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much. We love coming out to events like this. So before we go, let me plug the event one more time, okay? We are at Sandstone Village. I think it's on Milan Avenue in Amherst, Ohio. Amherst is a town in Lorain County, just west of Cleveland, Ohio. Get that big turkey leg. Megan really wants you to eat a turkey leg.
Yeah.
So anyway, the event is almost over today. What time is it?
3:42. It ends at 5.
Ends at 5 today. It runs from 9 to 5 tomorrow. If you are in the neighborhood, come to Amherst, Ohio. Go to the Amherst Junior High School. Randy, hello. It's our old pal, Randy White. Say hello.
Where are you, Randy?
Why aren't you here? Go to the Amherst Junior High School. They have free parking there. They will shuttle you on school buses free to this location. It is free to get in. It's free to walk around. Please talk to the reenactors. They love to talk to people. You can sample the food here. It is food related to the period of time that the war was happening. So you had some split pea soup from World War II.
Second World War. Yep.
Over my shoulder over there a little bit, there is food from the Revolutionary War. I'm sure there is. Succotash. Suffering succotash.
Never had myself some succotash.
To sample the food, it is a donation. Whatever you want to donate, you donate to sample the food. And
cash is quicker, but they do have like PayPal. You can scan a QR code on their buckets.
well, I didn't know that.
Yep.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I'm so behind the times. Okay, so anyway, tomorrow from 9 to 5, Amherst, Ohio. Go to Amherst Junior High School's parking lot. Park for free. Shuttle bus over to this location for free. You get to enter and walk around and interact for free. If you have never been to a live reenactor type event, you will be amazed at the knowledge and history that these reenactors have about the period of time that they are reenacting. And they love to talk to people. They love for you to be involved. Every time we said hi to them, they thanked us for coming. So please come to this location tomorrow from 9 to 5. Any parting thoughts from you?
Yeah. Where's sunscreen? Where's sunscreen? My neck is already burnt.
He's a ginger.
I've made a mistake. I should have put sunscreen on. But, I mean, it's worth getting a little sunburn for. So come out. Even if you're not local, make the drive. It's worth it.
Yep. Megan, we will be there next year. I love seeing people say hello to Randy in the chat. Randy was in our last video from Lorain, Ohio, about the tornado. If you haven't seen that, when you're done here, go back to our page and watch that. This is the 100th. I say anniversary, but I don't really want to say anniversary.
Yeah.
100 years ago, an F4 tornado ripped through Lorain, Ohio, killed 85 people. It's the deadliest tornado in Ohio history. Go take a look at that, and I'm done plugging.
Cool.
Okay, we're gonna go say hi to some people and then be on our way. Thank you so much for sticking with us, folks. We love seeing you here, and we will see you next time as we explore more curious history. Take care. Gotta figure out how to end this. Do you remember how to end the live stream?